Does some buildings ever make you stop in your tracks and wonder what they've seen, what they've experienced, and what they've been through? The world around them completely changed, and yet they just stood there and witnessed the whole thing. Trees grew around them, roads were built, buildings bulldozed right beside them, and yet they just stand there for centuries, just staring, looking at all of it. Hi, my name is Lydia Cleary. I'm a real estate agent here in Vancouver, British Columbia, and I have a special place in my heart for Kitsilano. If you're looking to buy or sell within Kitsilano, please call me. I would love to help you. For today, I want to tell you all about 3 different properties in Kitsilano that I love, and every time I look at them, I stop in my tracks and I wonder what they know, what they've seen. Coming in at number 3, we have 2515 Connaught Apartments. So this building built in 1911, and as far as I know, there's only been one family who's owned the property, the Micah's family, and they had a chance to sell to a developer and seriously cash out, make money, make some bank on that property, but they decided instead to hold on to it and redevelop it and convert it into 8 apartment units and 3 retail lofts. And anyone who's been inside one of those retail lofts on the Vine Street side knows how cool they are. It is like a step back in time to an old school 1800s charm and character and the clawfoot tubs in the bathroom. But right now, sitting there at the corner is Platform 7 Coffee. Previously, there was Grounds for Coffee, there was Frock's Bridal Shop, By the Bunch Flower Shop, but right now, there's Platform 7 Coffee sitting right at the corner there. And maybe ironic or maybe not, but the building is situated really close to Greektown, and the Micah's family is of Greek origin. And adding to that historical lineage, they restored that property before it was cool to do historical conservation. They were doing it way before it became mainstream. You'll have to settle for just buying a cup of coffee though, because individual units are not for sale. Everything's owned by the Micah's family. Coming in at number 2, we have Cedar Mews at 1811 West 16th. Originally built as a memorial hall for the soldiers who fought and died in the First World War, the brains behind the operation being Reverend Lieutenant Colonel G.O. Fallis, who was also an Army chaplain. Construction finished in 1923, and the hall featured a gymnasium as well as an indoor pool. One of the very first indoor pools for the area at the time. And if you ask around, there are some not very old Vancouverites who will tell you how they played in that pool growing up. Then in the 1990s, the hall was converted into 19 individual lofts, which is an anomaly for Kitsilano. You don't see lofts very often. Gastown, yes, absolutely, not in Kitsilano. But these lofts are cool. 12 to 16-foot ceilings, hardwood floors, and open concept bedrooms. These lofts are exactly what you imagine when you think of New York. Cedar Mews is situated at the corner where Kitsilano transitions into Shaughnessy, and the two cultures could not be any more different. Where Kitsilano in the 1960s and 70s decided to take the route of the counterculture and go against mainstream society, Shaughnessy did not. Kind of ironic that a war memorial hall would be situated within Kitsilano, but here we are. Units do not come up for sale very often in this building, and if you are looking to buy, expect to spend about $1 million. Lastly, coming in at number 1, we have Devon Court at 1855 Vine Street. And no, I did not plan to do 2 on Vine Street. That just happened to work out this way. However, Devon Court. This stoic-looking building was built in 1910 by the Presbyterian Church, and they were the loudest voices at the time against alcohol. They built the Sabbath school with the intention of raising morally correct, sober next generation, well-behaved citizens. The problem with that is at the time, most people had emigrated from Scotland or England, cultures that really thought that alcohol was a necessity and part of civilized life. So they didn't really gravitate towards that temperance movement. And the government didn't really push it too hard because they were making so much money off the alcohol sales. Adding to the irony of that is it's situated right around the corner from Kitsilano Wine Cellar, one of wine enthusiasts' favorite wine cellars. Then after the Presbyterians in the 1960s, it was used by the Mormon Church, and then 10 years after that, it was used by the Vancouver Aboriginal Friendship Society. Fast forward to 1985, and architect Donald O'Callaghan gutted the interior and reimagined the space for 5 individual 2-story homes known today as Devon Court. Each one has 2 levels, exposed brick, massive old growth beams, and 9-foot or taller ceilings. Then you climb up a couple stairs and va-va-voom, welcome to rooftop patios. Up to 750 square foot rooftop patios overlooking English Bay, the West End, all of downtown, Kitsilano Beach, the mountains. The scenery is beautiful. The Presbyterians may have built that place so the kids ponder their life decisions, but owners today are probably sitting up there with a beautiful glass of Chardonnay in hand, looking at that ocean and also contemplating their life decisions and thinking how great they have it. Units do not come up for sale in this building very often. The last one that sold for about $2 million, and I guarantee they are happy they spent every penny of that. Thank you for watching. Again, my name is Lydia Cleary. If you're thinking about buying or selling within Kitsilano or a surrounding area, please call me. I would love to help you. Until next time, all the best.